The following program contains strong language and is not suitable for viewers under 18.
We all have the thought of that one thing that gets us through our day. For me, it's knowing that there's a nice bowl of gizdo waiting for me at the end of a shoot. For some people, it's red wine. Some, they like knowing that as soon as they walk in through their door, they can literally take off all their clothes and walk around their house naked. You know, you've been wearing that uncomfortable suit and you just want to strip it all off. When you're in a relationship, however, it gets a little bit complicated when your partner has these little things that you don't like so much, but you're living together. What are you going to do? We'll tell you right after this. Welcome to Love Lounge. Today we're talking about bedroom etiquette, house rules, I guess, for when you're in a serious relationship and you can't necessarily kill your partner, even if they snore, they grind their teeth, they fart, and make you smell it afterwards. Gang, you look like someone who would definitely do at least four of those things.
I'm guilty of many of those things.
It's nice to have you in the studio, gang. I have been dying to have you in. You've been too busy for us.
But I'm here now.
Thank you very much. Friend of the house. We love her more than you, just so you know.
No problem.
Uche. our hot stoves of the house. You're welcome. So what do you do when you're dating someone, you love this person very much, you don't want to get rid of them, you just love them to stop snoring when you're sleeping?
Can I tell you my trick?
Yeah.
When they're keeping me up, I shake them awake and try to fall asleep before they do. Because you can't wake me up with your snoring, because, you know, you can't throw him away and I'm not going to walk away from the bedroom because I deserve the bed too. But make him wake up so you can sleep first.
But then when they go back to sleep, you start that whole routine all over again.
Well, you know, if I'm not going to get any sleep, he's not going to get any sleep. I mean, it's just how it's going to have to be. But there's nothing you can do. You can try medication. Most people will not take it. You can buy those little clips. It doesn't work. You're just going to have to learn to live with it, I think.
Surgery can be an option for some people.
For some people, yes, but some people don't think it's that serious. But, you know, there's always the option of separate bedrooms, and I don't really like that. I'd like to be with someone when I'm sleeping at night. But, yeah, I'm not really sure, other than making sure you fall asleep.
All right, we're going to be right back. But before we go away, I just need you to know that I'm checking your messages today. So send it right now. Thanks. Welcome back to Love Lounge. We're talking about the things that we need to be aware of when you're in a relationship with someone who has things like, you know, gentle, annoying things like grinding their teeth, fighting WrestleMania in their sleep, the ones that when they're stressed out will wet the bed even though they're grown. That happens too. Yes. How do you cope with that? This is somebody you love. You can't tell them where I leave because of this one aspect that's not quite perfect. What kind of bedroom etiquette should we employ?
For me, I always say communication is key.
Yes.
I'm sorry, wait, huh?
Communication.
He wets the bed. What am I communicating? No, you wet the bed. How does that solve the bed wetting?
You've never seen a situation where someone wets the bed and says they were not the ones?
What? So who was it then?
The person will deny. We're both in the bed, we woke up and it was wet. It could be her. You know, it all depends. I just think there's a way you can actually, you know, talk to one another. You know, okay, this thing that's going on.
Is it stress related? Yeah, how can I help you?
Is it medical? Can we solve this problem? Can we cure it? Is there something we need to do? Because we're going to be in this forever, so we might as well solve it now.
And there's some things which is not quite as dangerous. I have a flatmate that I used to share an apartment with, and hers is she would take the cotton wool buds, she'll put it in her ear, and she will now she has this, what we call her sex face, basically. Her eyes will roll to the back of her head and she'll go, and she starts making noises. I'm not going to make the noises because it's embarrassing. But she does that every single time, in the kitchen, in the living room, in the bedroom. And we said, please, when you start dating, you need to stop this. But she does it. She does it everywhere. Yeah. And it's become that thing. She can't. There's nothing she can do to stop it. So what do you do in that situation?
Oh my gosh. Sometimes you just have to learn to live with some of these things.
Yeah, some things are not that big of... Oh, I know that. Yes. That's very, very annoying, actually. Very annoying.
How do you live with...
You take away the cotton buds. Make sure she can't do it. But that is really annoying. So it's like, you know, at a point you can tell the person, because I don't think there's any habit any person can't really stop. So if it really does bother you, you need to tell them why. And maybe you need to repeat it a few times.
What about the person who enjoys the fact you don't like it? Like the ones that will fart in a jar, seal it, and give it to you and ask you to smell it. They enjoy it.
That's just a prankster. Let me give you a true story. True story. This happened to me. I'm used to sleeping alone before I got married, you know, spreading myself all over the bed, farting in my room, you know, and everything.
Oh, ew.
So there was one time, not long after I got married, I was in bed and I heard the door like shut. So I assumed my wife had left the room. So it was just me, alone.
No.
And you started
So I started letting one too many rip. It's like I was beatboxing with my butt. I was letting everything go. Next thing, I felt this shock, and she called me by my government name. Jane! I said, oh! I was just scared, like, I didn't know you were in the room.
Oh my goodness.
And she was like, so I just feel, sometimes
So
I just
were
feel
you
free.
holding them in? Like, why
Yeah,
do you have so many?
I was. I just didn't feel free to just let it out
Please
like
don't
that.
feel free the next time. I
You
mean,
know?
come on. If you can hold it in, hold it in. That's
They say the
disgusting.
test of when your relationship has become just a we're talking to, we're really together is when you can fart openly in front of the person, with the person in the room. If you've crossed that bridge and you've even got to the next stage, which is actually being able to take a dump in the toilet with the door open, I really want to hear from you. How did you cross over to that side? I want to see that message. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Love Lounge. I have a message here from Fortune Okwara that says, I have been with my boyfriend for the past 2 years and I think it's time to leave. For every time we spend the night together, I don't get a good night's sleep. His snoring sounds like the noise from a bad engine. I'm crossed between breaking up with him or coping with the noise. I love him, but my sleep is also very important to me. I don't know how to tell him. I have been suffering and smiling for the past 2 years. Guys, please advise.
Wow.
I think, sorry, let me interrupt you. I think maybe she needs to find out why he's snoring. It could be that he's eating too late, or he's drinking a lot of alcohol, or he is extremely, extremely tired. And those are like some really normal causes of snoring. So find out why he's snoring and try to limit those, but have a conversation with him. Why would you be sleepless and not say anything at all? Like, you don't need to sacrifice your sleep, but you do need to say something and try to figure out a solution together, I think.
I mean, it could also be things like sleep apnea. I have in the past been known to use earplugs. It doesn't work because with sleep apnea, depending on the veracity of it, the whole bed will shake as the snoring is happening. So blocking the noise makes no difference if you're literally vibrating in the bed. Gang, you're going to say something. As the experienced snorer in the house.
Yes,
when I was single, I spent the night in one of my friends' houses, Aminu, and they couldn't deal with my snoring. So he has a friend called a doctor that was staying in another room. He woke me up in the middle of the night, dragged me to the other room. He said, "You two snorers should stay here." Now, I thought I snored. This guy, when I went into the room and that guy started, I was like, what is this? Where am I? So sometimes, first of all, you can't just die in silence. You have to have that conversation. And then also, sometimes, like I said, I didn't know I snored until somebody took a recording. Sometimes they need to experience it as well. Get something that makes a loud noise, put it by the head and say, let's see how you sleep with this thing. And you have to talk about the problem. Don't just walk away. The guy will be wondering what happened. His next relationship too, he snores, be like, what's happening? Nobody's telling me. So, sometimes they need to know that there's a problem.
Okay, so does that also mean that when you're in a relationship with someone, it's your responsibility to let them know if they have halitosis or body odor? Because nobody else will tell them outside. Okay, now what about sleeping positions? Some people want to cuddle, some people don't. Some people want to cuddle for the first 5 minutes, but as the body temperature changes at night, they're like, get away from me.
Yes, that's fine. That's my preference.
Well, cuddle me for 5 minutes and then go away.
Because sleep is important. It's individual. You can't help me sleep, so let's do that. That's what I prefer. I don't think it's very, it's very romantic when you hear, I slept in his arms, but his arm is going to be numb in the morning. So you have to be a little bit more considerate. I don't think cuddling is comfortable long term. You can't cuddle every single night, but obviously sometimes you just want to be held, but eventually,
that was your cue to put your arm around her.
Oh no!
What she said. For me, I'm indifferent. If the cuddle is there, it's there. If it's not, I never really, women want to be cuddled more than guys do. So,
so you never feel the need to be spooned at all?
Well, sometimes I do, but when the sleep comes, I'm somewhere else.
Yeah, it's.
Okay, so what is this thing about guys and spooning, where guys have to be the one doing the spooning, and apparently girls should never spoon the guy?
The girls are the spoonies.
Yeah. What is that?
We just feel... When a man is attacked from behind, his defenses... His defense is coming. Like, who's there? What's going on? What are you trying to do?
It's supposed to be an intimate, safe situation, so why would you even feel that way?
Yeah.
You want to do the protecting. You want to shield her. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, so... You want her to be in your arms to cover her and keep her secure.
What parts are you covering exactly? Because
do you know? You just want, you know,
he's just tapping current.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Let's be honest. That's what it is. Yeah.
You want to be the dominant one.
Right. Okay.
Okay, but so if you're somebody who is, you know, hug me the first 5 minutes and move away, what about in the morning? You know, do you look forward to that? Do you ask the person to come back and you look forward to that, even though knowing that might trigger
embracing another
the
round
morning
of
wood
activities,
or not?
Yeah. So what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
wrong with that.
You would say that. I mean, in the morning, yes, maybe you're doing a morning embrace or whatever and starting the day together. But yeah, it's not necessary. I think everyone needs to find their own rhythm within their own relationships. You might even find in a different relationship you're completely different. You might be cuddling all night, but you find your own rhythm. I'm a big touch person. I like to be touched. It's not necessarily sexual touch.
Again, yeah.
Thank you.
I did the touch.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. Wow, you picked up the cues. Great. You're a lucky wife. But I like touch, so it's very important for me to connect with my partner as often as possible. But I find that I don't really need to say much. We kind of read each other very well.
Okay.
And he's able to feed off my energy because some mornings, sometimes he can just tell, don't touch me, and he's right. You know, I think you just kind of feed off the energy that your partner's giving out. In the morning, you know, you can't do the morning cuddle if the person's not there. They're out for their run or they're working or whatever. But yeah.
Okay, now speaking of working out, there are some people who, during sex, they sweat a lot. And some people say their partners don't mind it. They find it's a turn on that, you know, I'm having sex with this girl or with this guy and they're sweating on me. And it's great. And there's some who really cannot stand the sweat. So what do you do if you're one of those people?
If you can't stand it?
Yeah.
Wow, if you can't stand the heat together, I don't know.
The sex is good, so you don't want to give up the sex, but you just need that sweating to stop. Do you inject them with Botox mid-sex, mid-rhythm?
You have to.
For each thrust, it's like, stab!
For me, I'll say this right now, that you have to deal with.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I agree with you.
It's the motion, it's the sweat, that you just have to deal with.
Because you're doing sex is exercise and it's physical. Yeah. So you can't really stop someone from sweating per se. I think and sweat is the least of the bodily fluids you're exchanging that you need to worry about. It's sweat, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, when it's sex and the guy comes, the sperm goes inside, right? But then when it's sweat, and let's assume the guy's on top of you, it's just literally it's like it's raining salty water or something, you know? It's gross. It's disgusting.
Then I don't know. You have to be in bed if you're not in a pool or something. I don't know. Turn on the AC.
Yes, maybe do that. Maybe turn on the fan so it's drying off faster.
You know?
But then
we don't all have money to have AC on all the time, you know? We don't all live in 24-hour electricity estates. So please give me practical things I can work with.
Open the window. Do it on
and let mosquito in because I want to have sex with
here's the thing. Why I say you just have to. You can't tell somebody, please don't sweat.
Yes, they actually don't have much control over that.
But can you adopt certain positions that will limit the sweat?
Of course, if you're on top, he's not sweating on you. You know, it's your sheets getting wet. Or you are in a crouched position from behind or whatever.
Crouched what?
Like you're in a crouched position and he's behind you, like doggy. He's not really sweating on you that much because he's standing, right?
Back.
Is that the one when you're both on all fours and then he's sort of like on?
Yes, that's the one. That's the one.
Yes, but
when you're on all fours and he's behind
I feel like
you.
they're making fun of me now.
Are you? I'm not. I'm not. You know I'm your
She
friend.
doesn't know the one.
I don't like these people. They're ganging up on me. But you love me and you'll be right back after this, won't you? Thank you. So me and my partner, we had, my ex-partner, we had a double bed and we ended up buying king-size duvet that was bigger, way bigger than the bed because I was just done, like, I'm not struggling over who covers whom. And like I said, I like being tucked all the way in. Like, even my foot, I will raise it and tuck it and wrap myself.
You get it, girl.
You have to, it's like you're going back into that fetal baby position.
Yes.
Why are you looking at me like that now?
I never knew that about you.
But with guys, they just come and they yank it all over the place. And so I extra large duvet, definitely. What about you? Any other tips that you would?
Well, for me, I think my wife and I like the same side of the bed. She doesn't know this, but I've given up that side of the bed too.
Good, as you should.
You know, I've given up that side of the
bed.
bed.
I mean, she does have two girls for you, so it's only fair.
I don't like when I'm in bed and she's getting ready for bed. Sometimes maybe you're expecting some action, and you're seeing this person getting dressed.
Oh, wow.
Or putting certain things on, you'd be like,
yes.
Nothing for me tonight.
But what if it's lingerie?
What? No, if it's lingerie, I would understand.
Okay.
But there's some outfits you just know
Like
that.
boo-boo?
No, not that. Sometimes you're putting on something, I'm like, what?
What?
Are you
like mismatched
what is
pajamas?
No,
like
you're just. I actually feel I'm not getting any, and she might feel as if no, there's fun in you actually undressing me. And
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm like, no, I don't want
we-
that stress tonight. I don't want to waste an extra 15 minutes taking stuff off. Can we
Wait,
just...
so she's put in an effort to make it an experience for you. And you
No.
don't even
It's
want...
not lingerie or something sexy. I'm telling you, you're putting on like a pair of bum shorts.
What's wrong with bum shorts? Those
That's
are hot.
sexy.
Yeah.
And a tank top that you know that no, come on. You know that this you're not getting.
No, that's really nice. Because like, especially after you've come back from like movie night and you've seen a nice film. So you go, you shower, you change into your bum shorts, you leave you have a bra on and top. Because you want them to.
When I'm not getting any.
Sorry. So sorry, sir.
So, but do you appreciate it when the lingerie comes out though?
Of course.
Okay, so what are the things that you do to let her know that you could get some tonight? Because it should cut both ways.
Let me tell you what I do.
Yes.
In the nude, top to bottom.
Yeah, there's no miscommunication.
There's
There's
need
no
to
gray area. You
that is
know.
He is
literally putting your dick on the table.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
It's there.
Yeah.
All you need to do is just
Oh dear.
wake him up.
I like cold rooms. And I'll tell you what, before I never used to be able to sleep in the cold, but I realize it's much better for my skin.
Okay.
Sleeping with cold, like with the cold, my pores don't open up as much. So I do wear like jersey, so I'm warmer. And I do wrap myself, so that helps. And I put like my little pom-pom hat on, because it does help.
But for guys, that's not sexy. It's not lacy lingerie.
Well, we're not
you're
here
dressed
for,
like a bunny boy.
You know, every day is not, like a nice sex show.
I know those days. I'm not getting any. I'm telling you, I know those days.
Oh my goodness.
We've sadly run out of time. I feel like we could go on forever. Thank you so much for joining us on Love Lounge this week. And if you would like to continue the conversation with us, we are on social media. Please join us. No, but like if you're showing up literally with a beanie hat,
Look,
and you're wearing, do you know I actually have a onesie, a jump from Tolu's wedding. She gave us, all the bridesmaids have this prison type jumpsuit.
Yeah.
I wear that to bed. It is thick, it is comfortable, it is the least sexy thing you will ever see in bed, but I love it.
That's a sign that tonight, this is.
Nothing is happening.
Just imagine them trying to take that off. Won't you be like, leave me alone tonight? I don't want to. Thank you.
EbonyLife.